Alright guys, pretty interesting things happening on USDJPY, so stay with me that we're gonna break this down. Before, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up on this video, share our content with your friends, and register for the webinar tonight, 6 to 7 p.m. Right, I've been noticing some weird stuff's happening at Japan right now, and you know, correlating with Japanese yen, a few strange things as well. We had, right now we are trading at 148-ish. The exactly price I can't remember because it changes every second, but I can have a look for us. So the exactly price right now is 147,400. Okay, so we have this price right now on the market, but there's a few things happening on Japan, right? The first of all is that we are having a stronger US dollar. I know that, and I've mentioned that we will continue to have for the first quarter at least a stronger US dollar because of, you know, the interest rates play and everything. But what I want to bring attention is that even the Japanese banks, right? They don't want to hold JGBs, the Japanese government bonds. I've been looking at the flows on Japan, and they had a big dump, more than 3.3 to 3.5 trillion dollars on Japanese government bonds, and this is why we had this strength on the chart from, let me check what is the exactly date. From, if we look at the USDJPY chart, 27th of December, since 27th of December, we have been on an uptrend. I've mentioned this last week on my webinar, but the reason being right now is because most of the Japanese banks, they have dumping some bonds out of their portfolio, and they are buying some UK non-sovereign bonds as well. This is very strange for me, to be honest. Very intriguing, right? Maybe they know something that we don't. Maybe they are preparing for something that we are not prepared to happen. But the only thing that can happen in a surprise effect right now is, you know, the BOJ, the Bank of Japan, coming in and changing the yield curve control. Talking about the yield curve control, it's not working pretty well because they've set to be the yields at 1%, and right now it's half of that, so it's at 0.4, 0.5-ish. We didn't even reach the 1%, we reached at 0.9%, but most probably we will be on this range bounding yield curve, yielding. All right, so the 10-year Japanese government bonds, it is being dumped by even them. So if they don't want these, who else will want? All right, foreign investors are actually buying the Japanese government bonds. So this is why we had an equilibrium, and this is why we didn't had more strength on the Japanese yen on last year on the drop. So, you know, we have one side of Japan actually dumping the bonds, so they are getting out of these government bonds, and we have foreign investors coming in and buying those bonds. So it's sort of like an equilibrium point that made the USDJPY stay ranging bounding for a few days, and then after that we had a big rally down, and now we're having a big rally up. So in my opinion, USDJPY is too long for this reason, and for a few other reasons as well. But for the primary reason, this would be my focal point right now. Okay, so this is all I have for today. Very short video, but I hope it was informative to let you guys know what is actually happening on USDJPY. Japanese is a very hard economy to understand, to actually go. It's like a maze, so it's very hard for you know, to get data from there. But I hope they help you all. So please, I see you all tonight on my webinar. And if you have any questions, just put down below on the comments, and I will do my best to possibly answer your question. All right, so have all a safe day ahead and a good trading week. See you in the next video.